of how our nerve impulses travel. So first, let's start with our sensory neurons. These are going to be called what's called afferent sensory lines. So that means they're going to go to our cross section of the spinal cord. We get a sense from our sensory receptors. They get boom shot into the dorsal horn of our spinal column. Here, they talk to our interneurons that are inside our spinal cord, and they relay that information down here to our anterior horn. This is going to turn into a motor neurons in our motor pathway, and these are going to be called efferent. So they're going away from the spinal cord. So once that goes all the way down, talks to the interneurons, and comes down to our anterior horn, it shoots back out, and that sensory impulse now goes to our muscles and causes a contraction. All right, we already talked about the pathway of our nervous system in the spinal cord going from sensory to motor. Now we're going to talk about how information travels in our brain. So first, we're just going to talk about the lobes of the brain. We got our frontal lobe, our temporal lobe, our parietal lobe, occipital, and our cerebellum. And so as you can see, right in between the parietal and the frontal lobe, there's this little line that's called our central sulcus. So for information traveling in our frontal lobe, it's going to descend down this pathway down to our spinal cord and out. And then when we go on the back half of our brain, so parietal lobe, some of that occipital, it's going to be information traveling from our spinal cord up there to process that information so that we can send it back down.